everyone, I'm Peter Klingman, the Product Advocacy Lead for ArcGIS Online. I'm here today to introduce some of the highlights at the September 2021 ArcGIS Online update. I'm going to demo the new option to allow data download in dashboards, scheduled administrative reports, 2 new ArcGIS Instant Apps templates, and new effects and feature display order in Map Viewer. I'll also provide an update on a couple important deprecation notices, raster base maps, and the legacy homepage. In addition to providing an intuitive way to visualize and interact with data, ArcGIS Dashboards now also gives you the option to allow data in your dashboards to be downloaded. Downloaded data can be used in additional analysis and custom reports, or imported into other applications. To enable data download in ArcGIS Dashboards, make sure that you're using an ArcGIS Online hosted feature layer that allows export data. And then in Dashboards, any element that has that layer as its data source, you'll be able to allow data download. And that's here in the General tab. And for elements that summarize the data, once you've allowed download, you'll have the option to download the source data or the summarized data. And for either of these choices, the CSV download will begin directly from this window. And you'll be able to open it right from your browser downloads. Administrators can now schedule administrative reports on intervals such as day, week, or month. This way, administrators can have their reports available when they're ready to review them. Administrative reports are saved in their own section for convenient reference and record. I'll have the option to schedule a report when I create it. So let's say, for example, I want to create an activity report every day, and I can go ahead and schedule that. So let's start that on the 20th and never end it. And we can choose to create the report. And then once we've scheduled it, it will appear in this scheduled report section too. So we can see everything that's scheduled, and you can also pause it or edit it and also delete it. ArcGIS Instant Apps has some exciting updates. There are 2 new templates available, Sidebar and Basic. Sidebar enables configuring all of these tools in a single convenient space on the side of where your web map is displayed in the app. Some tools that I want to highlight are the pop-up panel right here, editing tools, so you can edit features as well as add features. And once you select a feature as well, you have the option to delete it. So create, update, delete actions. And the last one I want to highlight is the filter tool. So the filter tool, in this case, I have a user-defined filter configured, and it's showing all the matching filters, and it will dynamically update when I am filtering in the sidebar. So just to show what configuring that looks like here. So it's showing my layer, the display name, the operator, and then the filters that I've added here. So I can add another filter. And here's where you decide if it's predefined or user input. So for this one, this is user input. But for predefined, you can go in and add an expression. Let's say I want to say visited is yes. And go ahead and save that. And now this is predefined, and the end user can come into the app and just check this on, and the results will dynamically display in the map. Basic is a really great way to quickly showcase your web map or scene. So I'm showing the Express setup here, and the options that are included in it include the legend, can enable end users to take a screenshot, social sharing and search, those are open by default, and then I can choose a theme and manage the position of the widgets. So again, this is just a really great way to showcase a map or scene. Map Viewer introduces some exciting new options for your layers at the September 2021 update. The first feature I'll get into is effects. At the September update, effects are a new way to change how your layer looks in the map. So with your layer selected, you can go to the effects panel over here, and then all you need to do to apply the effects is simply toggle them on and then change some parameters. And you can see that instantaneously the effect is applied on the map. So you can combine effects. I'll add a drop shadow here to make the features pop out against the base map. And you can also reorder them, and the effects are applied in order, so the order does matter here. You can see that change right there. So you might have wondered how I got that blended and blurred effect on the Instant Apps and Dashboards demo. And the way that I did that is I added a bloom, and then I also added a blur. I strengthened it a little bit to blur the edges. And then I went into layer blending and chose the darken option to let some of that base map come through. And the reason I went with this symbology is that habitat by nature is not known exactly. So the blurred edges actually make a lot more sense for styling this feature. Effects are available on any layer in your map, including base maps. So I definitely recommend going in and seeing what you can create. Another new feature in Map Viewer at the September update is feature display order. And this just means you can control the order which your features are displayed in the map. So right now I'm displaying these features by default data order. And you can see that here the brown polygon is beneath the green polygon. And we can see that these are zones for different years. So 2020 is beneath 2021 here, and 2020 is above 2021 here. That's just the default data order that these are currently drawn by. But let's say that I want to symbolize 2021 on top. I can symbolize by year observed and then sort descending. So we can see now that using this feature display order option, I can choose which features are displayed on top. And this is really, really useful when you want to display the most recently collected data or highlight high or low attributes for a certain layer. As you might have heard, several raster base maps were moved into mature support in July. What this means is that they're no longer receiving data updates. At the September 2021 ArcGIS Online update, if vector base maps are not included in an ArcGIS Online organization's default base map group, organization administrators receive a notification to switch to using them. In addition to receiving data updates, vector base maps are more performant and highly customizable. Check out the blog in the video description for a full list of the raster base maps that are now in mature support. We've loved seeing the great new homepages that you've been creating in ArcGIS Online. As of the September 2021 update, you have a little bit longer time frame to switch to using the new homepage if you haven't yet. Previously, the date for transitioning from the legacy homepage was sometime in 2021, and this has been moved to March 2022. That's it for the rundown of the September 2021 ArcGIS Online update. For additional information on the features I covered and more, be sure to check out the What's New blogs and documentation. Links are in the video description. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.